Hello everyone, I am Manav, and in this video we are going to learn about language of the chemistry. Mean how to learn chemistry. What is the language? English is not language of the chemistry. Am I right? There are some symbols of different element, of different compound, of different mixtures. And with the help of that different symbols, with the help of this collection of different symbols, reactions is the language, is the real language of the chemistry. So when I used to talk about chemistry, when I wonder about chemistry, I only think, I only wonder about one thing, or I think about 2-3 things: electron, proton, atom, nucleus, neutron. These 3-4 things are those things that are, we can say, mainly in the chemistry language. Yes. So from this radius, the calculation of radius of electron, of proton, all like this stuff is what? Chemistry. I think so. So there are some elements, and with the help of these we used to write chemical equations. And that chemical equation is nothing but, they are what? Nothing but exactly the language of the chemistry. So before understanding language of chemistry, let's look over all about this atom, about the elements, not on the compound. I am right. So let's begin with the element. Elements are those things that are chemically cannot be broken down by any chemical change, by any chemical reaction. What they are known as? They are known as nothing but elements. We can take example of nitrogen, hydrogen, oxygen. I think we can also take example of carbon dioxide. No, we cannot take the example of carbon dioxide. Why we cannot take? Why we cannot take it? If you can understand these elements, and you can also understand, if you can understand about the chemical equation, so you will get to know that the real reason behind that why the carbon dioxide is not an element, it is a compound. Yes, what is it? It is a compound. Compound is made up of more than 2 or 3 elements. They are chemically combined with each other, and the thing that they form, is known as compound. What is known as compound? So now we get to know that what is a compound, what is element. So mixtures. Mixtures are also like our compound, but they are not chemically combined. They are not chemically formed. They are physically formed. I'm right. But they are chemically, they are not chemically formed. They are physically formed. So this is our element, compound, our mixture. Now let's take some example of elements: iron, copper, magnesium, titanium. I think yes, titanium. All the elements that are represented on periodic table is are mainly all those elements that are on a table that we usually say periodic table is that thing. Current now there are 118 elements. What I have said? I have said that current now sum of the natural and the man-made element is equal to 118 elements. Yes. And now let's move on to our topic. What is the topic for today? So today's topic is nothing but, yes, you are right. What is our topic? Chemical equation. So what is a chemical equation? In our previous classes, we have already learned that what is chemical change. I'm right. We have learned about the chemical changes. And what is the meaning of chemical change? What do you mean by chemical change? I'm right. So chemical changes are those changes in which intermolecular particle do not change their shape. What? They do not change their shape. What? They do not change their shape. Their property of being an atom of a particular substance. In which property changes. If I take atom of wood and it changes after some changes. It changed after some changes and it became the atom of iron. So the change is known as, at that time, that change is known as nothing but chemical changes. I'm right. So when chemical reactions, we know that what are chemical reactions. Chemical change or a chemical reaction take place, and when it is written on a paper, when it's written on denoted on a paper, at that time we take the help of chemical equation. Yes. So I think that you are understood the meaning of I'm right. Chemical equation. Now, please remember one condition. A chemical equation should be balanced. How it will be balanced? So before understanding balancing, how to balance any uh, chemical equation, we should understand chemical equation let's take some example of chemical equation. Let's take 2H2, 2 hydrogen 2 plus O2, oxygen. Arrow, product, the thing that we will get after this reaction. 2H2O, 2H2O. What we get? Yes, you are right. 2H2O. 2H2O. So I think you can understand. Here, while making a chemical equation, at the left side of an arrow, you must see an arrow like this. You must see an arrow in a equation, in a chemical equation, not in matrix equation, not in linear equation in two variable, linear equation in one variable. Chemical equation. So you will see an arrow. That arrow will denote or reactants reactions that will change into the product, or reactants or reactant are shown left side of that arrow, and our product that we will get after the reaction of reactants is shown at the right side of the arrow. Yes, left and right. So let's take example of carbon and oxygen. Carbon C plus O 2 R C2O. Oh, sorry, CO2. CO2. Here, your question that I asked in the beginning of this video, that you will get to know the reason behind that why carbon dioxide is considered as compound. Why? It's not element. Because our carbon and our oxygen are element here. And when they are react with each other, the product that is formed is carbon. And that CO2 is written like this. I'm right. That is was it. Now to level or to balance an equation, we'll have to check the numerical value that are written. Here C is left as 1 and 1 plus O2, and at the product our C is as usual same, and our O2 is also as usual same, and in the 2H2 plus O2, there 2 plus 2 is 4, and here there 2 is 2 of the oxygen, and in our product there is 2H2O. Here 2 plus 2 4, and the oxygen has 2. So this is how we can do this. I'm right. Now I'd like to tell you the conversion law of conversion of mass. That is a very simple law and also related to the language of the chemistry. So that law is our atom neither be created nor be destroyed by any chemical reaction, by any chemical change on it. You cannot damage it and you cannot make it. So I hope friends you understand that today's topic. Our topic is completed, and I will meet you in my next video with a new topic. Thank you.